Hi, I'm Emma. Before diving into the story from our family barbecue, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. It was a sunny day, and the backyard was alive with laughter and the aroma of burgers grilling. Alex and I were hosting our annual barbecue at his parents' house, and the atmosphere was relaxed with everyone catching up over cold drinks and homemade food. Emma, can you pass me the potato salad? Alex asked, flipping another burger. Sure, I answered, weaving my way through family members lounging on the lawn and in picnic chairs. Near the grill stood Alex's sister, Karen, who was keeping her distance from the festivities. Karen always valued her personal space, especially here where she still had a room at their parents' house despite not living there anymore. Hey, Karen, why don't you join us for a game of cornhole? I called out, hoping to include her in the fun. No thanks, Emma. I'm just enjoying the view from here, she responded, her smile tight with an undercurrent of tension. As the afternoon progressed, the downstairs bathroom became a popular spot, with a steady line forming outside. Seeking a break, I remembered the upstairs bathroom, which was rarely used. I excused myself and headed upstairs, enjoying the cooler air and the quieter atmosphere. When I reached the top, I heard faint music coming from Karen's old room, her private retreat. Relieved to be away from the crowded downstairs, I entered the upstairs bathroom. It was beautifully decorated with intricate tiles and lush plants, a welcome change from the simpler one below. After a quick freshening up, I stepped out feeling rejuvenated. Suddenly, Karen appeared at the end of the hallway, her face flushed with anger. Emma, what do you think you're doing? Caught off guard, I responded, I just needed to use the bathroom. The other one was occupied. This is my bathroom. You can't just come in here whenever you want, Karen snapped. I didn't realize it was a big deal. I'm sorry if I upset you, I said, trying to keep my tone calm. Her eyes narrowed, her voice cold. You should have waited downstairs. You know how I feel about my space. I tried to defuse the situation, I understand, Karen. I didn't mean to intrude. It was urgent. Her reaction was immediate and shocking, a sudden push that sent me stumbling backward. My feet lost their grip, and I felt the world tilt as I fell toward the stairs. The last thing I remember before everything went black was the sound of my own scream echoing off the walls. What started as a simple bathroom break quickly turned into a nightmare. I lay crumpled at the bottom of the stairs, pain radiating through my arm and head as the sounds of the barbecue faded into a distant hum. Karen stood at the top of the stairs, her face a mix of shock and defiance. You pushed her, I saw it, Alex's voice boomed as he rushed to my side, his hands gently checking over me. Karen, what were you thinking? Alex's mom exclaimed from behind, her voice filled with disbelief. It was an accident. She startled me, Karen's voice trembled, but there was still an edge of anger. An accident, Karen? She's hurt, Alex snapped back, his concern quickly turning into anger as he cradled my head in his lap. I told her not to use my bathroom. She never listens. Enough, Karen. This isn't about a bathroom. Emma could be seriously injured, Alex's dad said sternly, dialing for an ambulance. Groaning, I tried to sit up, but the pain in my arms surged, and I cried out, I think it's broken. Amidst the chaos, Alex's aunt, who had come outside to see what was happening, asked in a tone of utter confusion and dismay, Why would you do this, Karen? I want my space to be respected, Karen murmured, more to herself than to anyone else, as if trying to justify her actions. The sound of sirens approached, breaking the tense silence that had fallen over the backyard. Paramedics rushed in, stabilizing my arm and preparing me for the hospital. Alex stayed by my side, his hand squeezing mine, a silent promise of support. As I was wheeled away, I glimpsed Karen, isolated by her actions, as family members gathered in small clusters, discussing what had just transpired. Their faces were etched with anger, shock, and disappointment. This can't just be brushed aside, Alex whispered to his father, his voice filled with a resolve that told me this incident would forever change our family dynamics. The last thing I saw before the ambulance doors closed was Karen's conflicted face watching me leave and Alex's reassuring glance, letting me know that no matter what, we were in this together. In the sterile hospital room, the smell of antiseptic mingled with the dull ache in my arm. Alex hovered nearby, his face a mixture of worry and frustration. I can't believe Karen would go this far. It's insane, he muttered, pacing. Have you spoken to your parents? What's everyone saying? My voice was weak, but I needed to know. Some are saying it's a misunderstanding, that Karen didn't mean it, but how can anyone justify pushing someone down the stairs? Alex's voice cracked with frustration. I know it's hard. She's your sister, but she hurt you badly. I know. I'm so sorry, Emma. I can't wrap my head around it. Just then, my phone buzzed with a message from Alex's cousin, Jenny. Emma, we're all shocked. Some of the family are siding with Karen, saying you provoked her by not respecting her boundaries. Reading it aloud, I felt a surge of frustration. Provoked by using a bathroom? That's absurd. I don't care what they say. I'm with you. This isn't something we can just sweep under the rug. Alex squeezed my hand reassuringly. At that moment, Dr. Martin walked in, his expression serious. How are we feeling, Emma? We've got your x-rays back. You have a clean break in your forearm, but thankfully no serious head injuries. We're setting you up for a cast, and you'll need plenty of rest. Thank you, doctor. Do you know when I can go home? I asked, eager to leave the hospital despite everything. Tomorrow, Dr. Martin replied. Dr. Martin's departure left a silence in the room. He had said, if everything looks good overnight, we want to ensure there are no complications from the concussion. As he left, Alex sat down beside me, his expression grave. We need to figure out what to do about Karen. This can't continue, Alex. It's not just about me anymore, it's about making sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. She needs serious help, I said, feeling the gravity of the situation more than ever. You're right. I'll talk to my parents again. This isn't just a family squabble, it's serious, Alex agreed. As night fell, the rhythmic beeping of hospital monitors accompanied my restless thoughts. Tomorrow, I'd be going home, but real healing, both physical and emotional, was only just beginning. Back at home, the atmosphere in the living room was thick with tension. The usual chatter was replaced by a heavy silence as we gathered for the family meeting Alex had called. Every seat was occupied, and all eyes occasionally flicked to the empty chair, save for Karen. When Karen finally walked in, her presence seemed to chill the room, sending waves of discomfort through everyone. You didn't need to call everyone like this, Karen muttered, avoiding eye contact as she took her seat. We're here because what you did to Emma is unacceptable, Karen. You hurt her badly, and we need to address it, Alex said firmly, his usual easygoing demeanor replaced by a serious tone. Karen, why did you push Emma? Grandma asked, her voice trembling with disbelief. It was an accident. I've explained 1,000 times. She invaded my space, and I reacted. That's all there is to it, Karen's tone was defensive, her arms crossed. That's not all there is to it, Karen. You could have seriously injured Emma, or worse, I said, my voice steady despite the pain. A bathroom isn't worth someone's safety. How can you justify hurting someone over something so trivial? Karen shifted uncomfortably. I told her before about using my things, she never listens. I didn't know using a bathroom would lead to being hospitalized, I replied, my voice firm. Karen, we need to feel safe around each other. If we can't, then what kind of family are we? My voice grew stronger, bolstered by nods of agreement from around the room. It's about respect, Karen. Alex added, what if something worse had happened? Would you still justify it as protecting your personal space? Karen looked around, her bravado fading as she met the eyes of family members. None of them were on her side. I didn't think it was that serious, she said, her voice faltering. It is serious. It's about more than just a bathroom, it's about how we treat each other, understanding, and respecting boundaries that matter, I continued, keeping my gaze steady on her. You're all making this into something bigger than it needs to be, Karen said abruptly, standing up and pushing her chair back with a clatter. This is exactly the problem, Karen. Even now, you're not taking responsibility for your actions, Alex said, his disappointment clear. With that, Karen stormed out, the door slamming behind her with a resounding echo. The remaining family members exchanged glances, the air filled with a mix of relief and sadness. Alex reached for my hand, squeezing it reassuringly. "We'll sort this out, Emma, together," he whispered, as the family began to discuss how to heal and move forward, united by a renewed understanding of what truly mattered. Weeks passed, and my recovery progressed steadily. Alex was by my side every step of the way, his support unwavering. Our bond, forged through adversity, felt stronger than ever. Conversations about Karen grew sparse, and her presence in our lives naturally diminished, much like the autumn leaves drifting from the trees. I heard Karen lost her job, Alex mentioned one evening as we sat on the porch, enjoying the refreshing cool air. "Really? What happened?" I asked, despite my efforts to distance myself from her. "It seems she had an altercation at work. Her temper flared up again, and a few friends have backed away from her," Alex said with a sigh, his disappointment evident. "It's unfortunate. I wish it hadn't come to this, but maybe it's the wake-up call she needed. I hope this might lead Karen to some self-reflection." "Yeah, maybe. How are you feeling about everything now?" Alex looked at me, searching for any signs of lingering pain. "Stronger in many ways. It's odd, but facing such betrayal from someone you considered family makes you realize the importance of standing up for yourself." I took a moment to absorb the quiet around us. "And us." Alex reached for my hand, his touch warm and reassuring. "We're good. Better than good. This ordeal made me realize just how lucky I am to have you," he said with a smile that mirrored the deep peace I felt. As days turned into weeks, the impact of Karen's actions continued to echo through her life, isolating her from those she once held close. It was a harsh reality born of her own choices. One afternoon, my mom called. "I just wanted to check in and let you know that we've all learned a lot from what happened. It's brought us closer and made us more aware of what's truly important." "I feel that too, Mom. It's been a tough lesson, but a necessary one," I replied, my conviction stronger than ever. Reflecting on the events, I recognized the power of self-respect and the critical importance of boundaries. What happened with Karen tested my resolve but also highlighted the resilience of a family willing to confront and address toxic behavior. As I sat back and looked at Alex, an overwhelming sense of gratitude washed over me. Life would move forward, and while the scars remained, they stood as a testament to a battle fought and won against toxicity, ensuring a safer, happier future for both of us. Turning my gaze to the sunset, I knew this wasn't just the end of a painful chapter but the beginning of something new, something better, forged from the lessons of the past. Now that the story has concluded, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your views on setting personal boundaries within a family? Is there a point where enforcing these boundaries can go too far, or should personal space always be respected, no matter the context? Share your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is invaluable and helps us continue bringing you stories that spark conversation and reflection.